So in this video I'm going to be showing you guys and telling you guys how to budget when you're moving out. So this was really highly requested because you guys know that I live in an apartment right now, but I'm getting a house. Well, I bought a house and we're still waiting on hearing, but we will be moving in there this month in October. So, well, technically the end of October, but anyways, so I'm going to be showing you guys our budgeting, how we budget and everything like that. But I will tell you, this isn't really technically moving out because I first moved out in Washington when I was 19, and I was by myself, so I had like 4 or 5 bills, and then that was it. So there's that. And then when me and Zach moved in together and we moved to Florida, I was paying for all the bills because he didn't have a job then. So all of the bills that we have had since here, for the past 5 months since we've been here in Arizona, I've been paying for them, but Zach has had a job for almost the last 2 months. So now this is why I'm going to this budget, and this is our total budget, if you guys can kind of see this. And I actually printed this out today because I figured I should, because we also have a notebook that has all of our stuff in it and stuff like that, but I have this. So let me just kind of get started. So one thing you want to think about is, if you think about when you're moving out, is if you have money to move out and pay all of your bills, because when you are living at home, you don't have any bills unless you're paying rent to your parents after you turn 18. But some people do that, but if you're not, you should really take advantage of saving all of your money before you move out, so that you have money to when you go out into the real world. So the first thing when you are looking to move out, make sure you have money and make sure you make a list of all the stuff that you think that you're going to need to be billing for, if you get what I'm saying. So of course you need to budget rent, you need to budget food, house money is technically like buying soap, dishwasher soap, paper towels, wipes to clean, like cleaning supplies and toilet paper and all that type of stuff. And so sorry about my dogs, they hear someone out the window or whatever. But anyways, and then gas for your car, internet and cable, electricity, unless you do, because when I was in my first apartment ever, it had utilities included, so I didn't have to pay for that, and now I do. So Luke, quiet. Sorry, they can see through the blinds, so they keep barking. And then you have to pay for your cell phone if you have a credit card and all that type of stuff. So that's what you need to think about. And also, when you do move out, you have to pay pet deposits if you have a dog. At an apartment, you have to pay security deposits, and all that type of stuff. So now I'm just going to get into our budget and how we budget our stuff. I know a lot of people do the envelope system, but we just don't do it like that. So yeah. And since Zach has a job, we have this, and this actually shows mine on this side, and this okay, I can't talk. Shows Zach's on this side. So we have both of our and what we have to pay. So technically, since Zach has a job now, we each split down the center the bills, except for since the house is technically in my name and I bought the house that we're going to be moving into this coming month. That's why we have this how it is. For rent, for me to pay for, it's $230, and then for rent for him is $70. And I did it like that because I have to pay the HOA at the place, and it's $190, and then I set, I think, $80 or so for taxes, and Zach doesn't have to pay that. So That's why I put $70, just so that, you know, he's paying a little bit and then he's also saving some money. So we have that, and then we have Cox, and Cox is our internet and cable, and we each pay $70 because it's going to be $140. Food, we have each $100 each, so that's $200 for food. House money, I'm paying for, and that's $25, and that's for toilet paper, all that type of stuff, wipes to clean up the dog's piss or anything like that, their pee pads and all that type of stuff. And they are fighting right now. Sorry. And then gas, we each have, well, actually gas, he has 50 and I have 25 because I don't have my license right at the moment. So he pays 50 for gas because he has to go to work all the time, so he's using more gas than I am, and then I have 25 whenever he takes me somewhere. So we have 75 for gas, and then we each have 25 going to the credit card. Right now, we technically only have to pay 25 for the minimum balance, but we're putting 25 more, and then whenever we have some extra money, then we put more to the credit card, of course. But technically, in our budget, $50 is for the credit card. And then for our cell phones, my cell phone this month is $103, just because I went over my internet last month, so it charged me another $15, but it's supposed to be $80 or something like that plus tax. And Zach's cell phone for his first month is $115, just because we think it's going to be $115, but we haven't got the bill yet, so we budgeted that for that. Sorry, she's playing with her toy. And then for utilities, for electric, we have $50 each, so that's $100 for electricity, because here we have to pay almost $200 at this apartment, just because we have to have the AC on so cold because we cannot feel it, like something's wrong with the AC in this apartment. So we're hoping that in the new place that it will be only $100 or up to $150, so we just have it budgeted that way. And then we also have a car loan. Our car loan is $57 each, so that's $114. And then Zach pays for car insurance because he's the one who's driving, so he pays $100, and I don't have that on mine. But we have Luke. Shh. But that is mostly all of our bills, and we mostly, bill it just how I'm saying. But it looks like this, like I showed. But yeah, that's mostly it for our billing. But technically, we're totally comfortable with paying all of this because whatever for like our savings part of the budget, whatever is left after what we get out of our paychecks, like so my bills are $773, and I get $1,600 each month starting this month, because since I was paying for all before, starting this month I got to save up to $600 or more, but I put $200 for my spending for my hauls and all that type of stuff, and just for extra money if our bills go up any higher than what we think they are. I have that money. And then Zach's bills are $725, and he's starting a new second job, so he's going to be saving probably up to $400 or $500 each month also. So whatever money we have left, we do whatever we want with it, because we do have a joint account that we put all of the money for our bills into there, and then we each have our own savings and checking for ourselves that we don't, that we're both not on. So that's technically what we have. So we don't really need, like the cash envelope system, because we do have a joint account. But we have a joint account, and then we have our separate ones because we're not married and stuff like that. So that's how we technically do it. Like I said, this isn't like my first apartment or anything like that, so I am really good at doing it, and I have like all the bills and everything right up front. And of course on my Mac I can change if the budget's on the computer and if I need to change any of the numbers for each of us, then we can do that. So that's technically how we do it. It's really simple, actually. But before, when we were doing it differently and I was paying for everything and then we were keeping his checks when he had only one job, it was getting really frustrating. So now I'm glad that we actually have a budget and, like, it's set in that we each are paying stuff out of our own money, just so that we don't get stressed out about it, because I get really stressed about bills, because I don't like being broke, and I like knowing exactly how much we're going to get and how much we're going to use. So we, so anything. Like, okay, I cannot talk today. But, just that. And then we are kind of in debt because of the credit card and the car loan, because the car loan because we just got a car, the car loan was up to $5,500 that we got from the bank, but we put $1,500 to paying for the car with our own money, so that's why we only got like $5,000 of a loan. So that's in our loan for that. The reason it's only $114 is because we have a credit union and it has really low rates for car loans, so we have that. And then also our credit card, the reason we're not really putting that much to it is because right now we have $600 on the credit card from moving from Florida to here and all that type of stuff, and we've been putting at least 200 once in a while, and then we put 50 or something like that to pay it off, because we don't have to pay that off until around May, my birthday in 2015, because when we got the credit card, it came with, I think, 15 or 18 months with no interest, so that's why we're doing it slowly. And because when you do have a credit card and you are paying it off slowly, you will get a lot of credit, and you need a lot of credit in this world. I needed credit to get the car loan. Me and my dad got it together because I do have credit, but I've had my credit checked a lot this year, for cell phone bill, to getting maybe a second credit card, when for the house loan, because when I'm kind of on the house loan, like my credit is, so it's been checked a lot. So you have to have credit for almost anything, to buy furniture if you want to get finance for furniture or anything. So you should at least have a credit card when you move out or anything, or try to get one. You don't have to have one that's like $1,000 or more. Our credit card that we have goes up to $2,200, and that's mostly what I want for right now. I don't need anything more than that. But yeah, it's good to have a credit card, because if you can't afford something right then and there, you use the credit card and you pay it off when you can. Because since our credit card was up so high, we couldn't pay for Princess to get her shots done, and that was really bad, and I felt so bad because we didn't have a second credit card or a credit card that had money on it, so I had to take it out of my savings. So technically I did have money, but we didn't want to spend it because that was money to fall back on. And the credit card, it's easier because then you can just swipe it, you don't have to transfers and do all that type of stuff. But yeah. Like I said, having a credit card is really good, because you do get credit, and you need credit to buy a house, to get a car, technically almost anything you need credit for, to get a loan, anything like that. So you should try to get a credit card and pay it off month by month. If you don't have, the interest isn't a lot, or if you have no interest for a certain amount of months, because then your credit builds up. But if you pay the full minimum balance right when it's due, you don't really get that much credit. Yes, you get credited for it, but you don't get as much. So yeah, that's why I say, you know, if you have 300, you pay 150 at the beginning of the month and pay another 150 at the end of the month when it's actually due, because if you pay more than one time, then you're paying it off, if you get what I mean. So I hope that's helpful, and I hope you guys kind of get how we budget. Technically we only budget, you know, everything that we know we're supposed to have. Food, for the food, we used to have 300 for food, or 200, no, yeah, 300, and now we have 200, because now, sorry, I lost my train of thought, but we used to have it more because we were going out to eat and stuff like that. But also on our budget, we used to have spending, and we don't have spending on it now, because whatever money that we're going to be spending comes out of me or Zach's, you know, like, not the same account, not our joint one. So we don't have spending money in our budget, because it's going to come out of our own money if we want to go somewhere. So that's how we do it. If you do it differently, please just leave any comments down below telling me how you guys do it, because if you guys have anything, you know, better or anything to say, really, I love to know what you guys think. But yeah, I think that's mostly it on what we do. And if you guys have any other questions, please just let me know. Bye.